Hey there, audio friends. MrAyrit here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a review coming to you courtesy of Audio 46. They sent out the Kennerton Gjallarhorn GH40 for review here. So we're going to be diving into this guy, take a look at build, comfort, all that stuff, what it comes with, and then of course we'll talk sound. They're not paying me or anything like that, right? So it's just an honest opinion here, and I think you'll find that to be true here fairly quickly. Okay, so what is the Kennerton Gjallarhorn GH40? Well, they're calling it a portable horn-type dynamic headphone. It has a 40mm driver that's composite paper, and it is a 30 ohm impedance and has a sensitivity of 115 decibels, so it's a very, very easy to drive headphone. And it's also reasonably lightweight at 360 grams. I think those are the biggest specs that we need to hit. They do talk about the cable that it comes with being like OFC, really high quality. I don't have a problem with the cable as far as, build and quality goes. The one gripe that I have is because it's such an easy to drive headphone, why does the cable come with a 1/4 inch jack on it and no adapter that at least was in my packaging? So I thought that was kind of a weird little quirk to this. If it comes with the typical Kennerton bag, it's like a leather pleather bag. I'm not sure if it's a real leather or not. And then inside of the bag, it comes with like a little kind of like flannel-y type soft cloth bag. And then that's about it. It's got like a little carrying, if you want it, like a little purse carrying pouch that can go on it. But other than that, that's about it for accessories. The case is cool, like it's fine, but again, the cable's a little weird. The bag's fine, nothing too crazy in all of this. The build of these guys is, if you've had a Kennerton headphone before, if you had the Apos headphone, I can't remember what that one is called off the top of my head, very similar to that. You got metal yokes, you got a headband here with padding wrapped around it, you've got some really nice looking wood cups that are very nicely finished, and then you've got 3.5mm jacks going into each cup, and then like some leather pleather type kind of ovally style pads here. I don't find the build to be too crazy outstanding, and here's the other thing you need to know about this headphone, right? Like on Audio 46 right now, this headphone's like $950, so pretty pricey. Now this does say that it is affected by the 35% import duties from Russia for this guy. So just know that going into it. And I mean, if you want the long and the short of it here, I don't think it's worth it. So as far as comfort and build goes, I mean, it's fine, but nothing to write home about, really. I find it to be a pretty average build, and when you start talking about like a $900 headphone, I mean, you're starting to compete with things like ZMFs, and you're starting to compete with Focals, and lots and lots of kind of really, really nice headphones, right? So I don't feel like this really competes on that level for build or sound, if I'm being honest. So when I've been listening to these, I listen to it on several different devices. I've got a FIO K7 right now. I've got the FIO BTR7, which I've been really enjoying. And then I've got Matrix Mini I that I've also been using. And I tried all of those on this. And so those are my listening impressions. We're done on those. And I mean, what I would say is I don't feel like this headphone is very well tuned. And I think because of that, like, I don't know if there is a really capable driver in there. In my experience, like, the Kennerton stuff seems pretty decent as far as driver capability goes, but this guy is tuned so mid-forward with just tons of mid-bass that I feel like it sounds kind of muddy to me and a little, like, and quite a bit veiled, actually. So I don't feel like you get, like, a lot of resolution or detail, and I don't know if that's because of the driver or because of the tuning, but either way, I don't feel like it sounds like a $900 headphone, that's for sure. The other things I've been listening to a lot lately are my OG Auteurs from ZMF, and then they also sent me the new Auteur Classic to compare, and those guys just blow this out of the water. Now, those headphones are more expensive, but I traded for my Auteurs. I mean, I traded something that was worth, about $900 or $1,000 for it. So in my mind, it's a reasonable comparison to make. But yeah, I feel like because, again, it's so veiled, there isn't a lot of top-end information there. And I feel like because of that too, they don't sound very spacious either. It sounds kind of congested to me. It sounds a little closed in. I thought very much when I was listening to these that it sounded like I was listening to a headphone, right? Like if you get a nice set of headphones, like we'll just stick with the Auteurs there, they really build like a pretty believable soundscape around you that sounds more outside your head and makes you just kind of feel like you're in like a room filled with sound where, you can pick out details and direction and all that stuff. With these guys, I just didn't get that. And again, it's so vocal forward and mid forward that just kind of like overtakes everything else and makes it really hard to concentrate on kind of like the smaller detailed nuances of a piece of music. The bass hits pretty hard, but I mean, again, I don't feel like it's the best bass. I don't feel like it's super clean. I don't feel like it has a ton of texture. I found it to lack detail of many other headphones that I've tried, and even cheaper headphones, or even, really cheap IMs, if I'm being totally honest with you. So for me, I mean, we don't need to drag this out. We don't need to make it a long one. I don't feel like it's a very well-tuned headphone. I feel like the sound quality, the build quality, I don't feel like any of that reflects its current price of $950. I would be hard-pressed to recommend this headphone even for like $500 when you could pick up something like a Edition XS or an Alex or something on the used market. So I came away unimpressed with this one, and it's not one that I would recommend that you seek out. So I think that'll wrap it up for this guy. Audio 46, thank you for sending me this to review and giving me that opportunity. Sorry it didn't work out in a positive way, but, they can't all be winners, right? So thanks to them. Thanks to you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.